All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for progress meeting number 5 for the West Bellfort project. Here is the agenda for today. Notice I've added one new item to the agenda. I'd like to begin our meetings from now on with a brief safety moment. The safety moment for today is call before you dig. This step is necessary for any job site, but especially true for West Bellfort because our job site is crowded with underground public and private utilities. And we're going to see photos of that later in the presentation. So anyway, I just thought this was a cute, lighthearted comic to help us remember this rule. And we now return to our regularly scheduled program. Here is our progress update. This is everything that has been accomplished through January 31st for the 6 key items of this project. We've completed 75% of the water line, 87% of the storm sewer and storm leads, 96% of the sanitary sewer and service leads, 36% of the new roadway pavement, and 15% of the new sidewalk. If you'll notice, this number used to be 1,949 linear feet. The reason it's changed, it's increased, is because we discovered 5 sanitary service leads in the field that weren't accounted for in the original quantity estimate. So this added an additional 275 linear feet of pipe. All right, as far as payment data and time use data, let me again go through the numbers. So our original contract amount is $5.875 million. These are the change orders that we have. The first 2 are completed. The next 5 are ready to be submitted, and I just need to submit them for signatures. The change orders now amount to 118. I'm sorry, one second. Hey, can somebody add? Oh no, I got it. I'm admitting Byron Weaver. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, sorry.
You want me to add something for you?
Huh?
You want me to add something?
Oh, no. I wanted to add him to the meeting.
Oh.
No, sorry, guys. Let's go back to the, sorry. Okay. All right. Anyway, so all of the change orders to date or shown on the screen amount to $118,000. So the new contract amount is going to be $5.978 million, which puts us at 102% of the original contract value. All right. In terms of all the payment data, the work completed to date is $3,400,000, which is 58% of the budget. And as of January 31st, that was day 167, and the percent complete by time is 37%. Oh, and the change orders added 2 more days, so our total number of days is 452 instead of 450. All right, here are the action items from our previous progress meeting. We have 4 pending items still. Number 2 is about the Metro Rail fiber optics cable. We still have it running down the middle of West Bellfort, but we are working with Metro Rail to get that relocated. Number 6 is about submittal number 19. That is the only submittal still remaining. It's about the BBU system, but we can talk more about that when we get to the submittal section. Number 7 is about the change orders. So as I said, 5 change orders are ready to be submitted for signatures. So I'll be finalizing that. And the last one, number 9, I did ask Claudius to add you to the field wire, and I just wanted to know, have Ron or Sam been able to access the West Bellfort as-builts on field wire yet?
I have not.
Yeah, Nancy. Yeah, once I got the email from you or whoever sent it out, I was able to access it.
So, Ron, you were able to. That's great. Okay, Sam, did you get an email from Claudius or not yet?
I did not.
Okay. You know what? I'll figure something out. I might just give you my account name, and so you can access it through mine. Okay. We'll figure it out before the end of the project. All right. Here's our latest cash flow chart. So we can see that for the month of January, this blue bar right here, for the month of January, SER earned $325,000. The cumulative, this curve right here, the cumulative earnings for the project to date are $3,400,000. This is the scheduling performance chart. Our initial project completion date right here was November 9th, but due to change order number 3 that added 2 days, it's now our new project completion date is November 12th. It was supposed to be November 11th, but November 11th is Veterans Day, so that's why it's November 12th. As you can see, SER is way ahead of schedule. The latest forecasted completion date that we have is September 4th, which is 69 days ahead of schedule. However, SER is actually moving so quickly, in fact, that I think their actual completion date may be sometime in July. So, Sam, I have a request for you. If you wouldn't mind, would you update the construction schedule for January using the actual start and finish dates for each task, and then let's see what the new forecasted completion date will look like.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, thank you, Sam. All right, just to recap where we are, out of the 6 phases of construction, we are now in phase 4. So during January, we began phase 3, which is the middle portion of the roadway here in blue. And we completed it around mid-January, and then we moved to phase 4, which is on the south side here in green. And the next few slides are going to show us some photographs of the job site. Okay. For waterline, here's a map of the job site in total. The blue line shows where the new water line has been installed up through today. To put the water line into service requires 3 steps: disinfection, pressure testing, and then connecting the water meters. So I'm going to show you those in the next few slides. So this is the same map as the previous slide, but the portion in red is the portion of the water line that has been disinfected by the city's drinking water operations disinfection team. This photo shows the hydrostatic pressure testing setup for the water line. The water line was tested with 125 psi of pressure for 8 hours. And then after successfully disinfecting and pressure testing, the water line gets put into service. So as you can see here, the way we connected the copper tubing to the water line is SER had installed PVC sleeves under the pavement, and then they were able to thread the copper tubing through it. Here's a photo. You can barely see the saddle because it's black against DIP, so it's a little dark. And then there's the corporation valve. So anyway, this photo shows the other end of the copper tubing where it connects the water meters that belong to the various businesses. So here's a copper tubing, and they're connected to multiple water meters here. And then the PVC pipes are then on the private side that go to the businesses. For storm sewer, in January, SER installed 208 feet of 24-inch RCP for storm inlet leads. We installed 2 Type C manholes. We also had a bit of a conflict at 2 locations. The conflict was between the proposed storm leads and the existing 30-inch water line. And so for the people on this call who are not familiar with this situation, this is a schematic of how the conflict area was resolved. So this is I think in its entirety we call it a saddle, and the saddles are constructed between the water line and the storm lead to protect the water line and also distribute the load of the storm pipe. So saddles are made of 2 components. One is the neoprene pad, and the second one is a concrete footing. So here's a photo showing the neoprene pad that's been placed over the 30-inch water line. And then here's a photo showing the concrete footing after it's dried. And this is where the storm lead pipe is going to go. Yeah. Okay. All right, for sanitary. In January, SER installed 58 feet of 6-inch PVC for sanitary service leads, 114 of 6-inch DIP, 61 feet of 8-inch PVC, and 118 feet of 8-inch DIP. For roadway, during phase 3, we poured the left turn lane on West Bellfort, and we also reinstalled the temporary detour road once we finished with the underground utilities. Then we moved on to phase 4, where we began paving the eastbound lanes of West Bellfort, starting at the intersection with Willcrest. That included using 36 tons of lime, mixing the lime stabilized subgrade, setting up the formwork, tying rebar, and we poured 528 square yards of concrete pavement. The final step includes saw cutting the control joints into the green concrete pavement. And finally, SER poured 1,982 square feet of sidewalk on the north side of West Bellfort. Finally, traffic control. This is what traffic control looked like for phase 3 at the beginning of January. As you can see, westbound traffic is on the right side in this photo, eastbound is on the left. The middle lanes are the construction zone, and they were closed to traffic. And then we moved on to phase 4. So this is what the traffic control looks like now. Westbound is on the left in this photo, eastbound is in the middle, and the lanes on the right are the construction zone, and they are closed to traffic. And last, SER placed temporary pavement markings and striping on West Bellfort and Willcrest. So that sums up the work accomplished in January. I'm going to give it over to Sam and Oscar to discuss any conflicts or issues they encountered during construction during the last month. And Sam, I also prepared a couple slides in case you want to use them. So I'll just go ahead and put them. I did 2 conflict slides. One is about Metro Rail and one is about the private utilities for the storm inlets. Okay? All right, it's all yours.
Well, you're looking for the update for work in the next pay period, correct?
Say that again?
You're looking for the work in this next pay period, correct?
No, we're not there yet. We're just talking about current conflicts that you faced during January. We haven't gotten to what we're going to do in February.
Okay, excuse me. Well,
Sorry.
you're aware, and you just showed the 2 slides of the conflict with Metro Rail. Are those talks ongoing? Do they have a schedule? Do you know?
Yes, the talks are ongoing with Metro Rail. We're speaking with Cecil Boone, who came out to the field, I think in December. We're speaking with him tomorrow at 10. We have a meeting with him, and they do have contacts with a contractor who is familiar with pulling fiber optics cables. I think they're called Pfeiffer and Sons. But we are talking with them about it. We want to get this done before you reach phase 6, because we know that once we hit phase 6, this has to be finished.
Correct. Okay.
Right. So we are moving forward with that.
Okay. Well, the other conflict you're aware of, we're able to get by one as far as the conflicts with the 2 storm leads and the 30-inch line. That's done. Now, these unknown private utilities at the inlets, we're blocking out for those to be relocated in order so they can be relocated, and we can have a place to come back and install the inlets. Any update on that work?
The update on that is the AT&T rep was out there last week, and I need to follow up with him by Wednesday of this week to see if that indeed the 4-inch conduit or the fiber optics cable, one of them belongs to them. The other one, we're still, I've contacted Philip DeWalt and he's reached out to all the private utilities. And so we're still trying to determine all of the cables that are unknown in that area. But once we've identified who they belong to, then we will push forward on having them moved out of the way so that you'll be able to access that area for the storm inlet installation. I think I have a few more slides of the same conflict. So those are two that were unidentified. And then here's a few more. Yeah, there's quite a lot of, this is why I picked that cartoon about call before you dig, because not that you're not, you are, it's just because we have so many underground obstacles on this job site. Yeah.
Actually, I have a question. Is this the same place that we went out a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, West Bellfort?
Yeah, no, I know that area.
Well, no.
This is another area.
No, that's another area. When we went out there, we were in the median.
Median, yeah.
Yeah, this is on the south side of the street where the inlets are gonna connect with the.
That has not been identified earlier.
Some of these are identified on the drawings, but some of these are just in the field. They were discovered in the field. Some of these might be abandoned. We're not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is here's a photo.
One.
Yeah, here's a photo showing the storm lead in conflict with this this conduit. And so yeah, so for now, SER is going to block out this area and come back and install the storm inlets later. But we are, while we try and figure out who these belong to and how to get them relocated or so on. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Oscar, are you aware of any additional items or conflicts?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, Nancy, those are the items of the conflicts that I'm aware of, and hopefully we don't find any more. Nancy?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We were having
Hello?
technical difficulties. Yes. Okay, we can hear you, and I'm back. Okay, thank you for explaining that. I will keep you updated. I'm sorry. We've got echo. Hold on.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. We were having some trouble hearing you guys, and so I tried to use my phone, but it didn't quite work. Let's just move on and maybe just speak a little bit louder. Okay, so moving on. All right, so we're going to talk about the lab test results and invoice for the last month. Byron?
I don't remember him.
I admitted him.
Yes, you did.
Oh, hey, good. Hey, thanks for being here. Let's speak up a little bit.
Okay, sorry, there was a piece of paper between me and my speaker. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we have, okay, so we had an issue with a test that didn't pass on cement stabilized sand. And according to my people in the field, they of course notified everybody. I happened to be in the office that night when he came in and he told me about it. And I asked him, I said, did you tell the contractor and the city, or do I need to? He told me he had told them. It appears now that maybe he had told someone on the job site, but not the right people on the job site. So what we have done, what I usually do with my NICET level guys is I let them handle that sort of notification. But what we're going to do is we're going to take that back, and when my guys have a problem, they will notify me, and I will send a text out to everybody. I sent an email last week that I think outlines how we're going to change that policy to make sure this doesn't happen again.
All right,
Problem-
sounds good, Byron. Okay, did you
The
all
problem
hear
with
that?
C-sand
Yeah.
is,
This is the old 91.
problem with cement stabilized
That's
sand
the
is
one.
once the cement starts to set up, you're past your window of opportunity to test it. So it's not like you can just keep retesting. There gets to a
Right,
point
yeah.
where you just can't test it.
Yeah, the CSAN kind of, the time for it expired, so we couldn't just keep recompacting it. Well, I'm glad that you were able to change your protocols for notifying us. I think that that's going to work great from now on. Okay, so that's all I have to say about that.
All right.
Is there anything
If
else you want
anybody's
to
ever got
add
a
about
question, they
tests?
can always call me. Just,
Okay, we'll call. Yeah, if we have a question, we'll call you. Is there any other tests you want to discuss?
so far, no, not right now, but I like to say that job is only literally it's 4 miles from my office. So if we have an issue, I can get to the site and resolve it quickly.
Sounds
So,
good.
there
All
you go.
right. Very convenient. I like it. I like it. Short commute. All right, moving on. These are the invoices that I have so far for the lab. Do you have on you the number for the invoice from December?
I can have it here in about a few seconds.
Or you can email it to me after the meeting.
Invoice for was $14,417.76.
$14,772?
No, $14,417.76.
76 cents. Okay. 417.76. Got it. Okay, very good. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Okay, so planned work for next month and any anticipated issues. Sam and Oscar?
Okay, we plan to, we'll obviously continue in phase 4, and we plan to finish up in phase 4 as much as possible. Also move into the phases of 5 in the main intersection. Don't anticipate any issues. Hopefully there's not.
Okay, wonderful, great. Hey, just out of curiosity, when do you anticipate starting to build the medians of phase 6? Do you have like an ETA for that? Would it be like April, beginning, end of April, May?
Oscar, what's your fearless forecast?
What's your fearless forecast?
No, I'm
gonna go ahead and say sometime, what is it, for February, probably end of March, beginning of April, yeah.
End of March, beginning of April to start building
Yes,
medians.
ma'am, because
Awesome.
phase five, we still have some work on phase 4. Phase 5 has 3 more phases we gotta do there. We got some underground, some water line and stuff, so it does take a
Yeah.
little bit of work, but yeah, I'm gonna say end of March, beginning of April.
Okay, that sounds fair. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, yeah. Excellent. All right, moving on. Okay, is Sean on the line? You know what? Yeah, he is. Okay, good. Hey, Sean. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, I can hear you now. All right, so tell us everything related to the job site that you know.
We've discussed most of the problems already.
Good. Okay.
traffic control. There was some yellow, broken yellow striping that was supposed to be installed in phase 4. We don't have a pay item for broken yellow. We got a pay item for double broken yellow. So I was gonna go half on that, but that hadn't been installed yet. So I talked to Oscar about it, but I don't know if he's gonna install it or not. But there was some 4-inch broken yellow that was supposed to be installed.
They were out here Thursday installing that.
Oh, they already installed it? Okay. Do I create a change order for that yet? Oh, we'll talk, okay. All right, all right. Keep going, Sam, Sean, go ahead.
Stormwater pollution looks pretty good. Job safety looks good. Security looks good. General housekeeping cleanup looks good. There's been no new advisory notices or certificates of non-compliance. And I'm not aware of any citizen complaints.
That's excellent. Okay, that was very smooth. Good. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sam and Oscar. All right, moving on. So submittal status. Okay, so we have 52 submittals to date. They're all good except just one needs to be resubmitted. It's the BBU system. And what can you tell us about that, Sam?
I spoke with them this morning, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but they've been working with the city with some of their people that have to get an acceptance letter for what they already submitted. I did forward some correspondence on that to you, I believe a week ago, but they don't have that letter just yet. I keep asking why it's taking so long, and they can't really say either. It's a hard process to get time from people. But did you see the email that I sent you, Nancy?
Yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
So they do expect to get that approved, and they expect it to happen. She told me this week, so hopefully it does.
All right.
Another update. That was the only submittal I had in mind too. But when I talked with them this morning, the lady mentioned that they're going to resubmit the electrical service submittal due to availability of materials in a more timely manner from another supplier. And they need to clarify part of their submittal for the pedestrian pole. So that's forthcoming also. And that's it on submittals.
Okay, this resubmittal of the electrical service and the pedestrian pole, is this all part of the BBU system or are these new submittals?
No, they're not. The electrical service is its own submittal, and again, only because of availability of materials. And the pedestrian pole is a clarification on that separate submittal also.
Okay, got it. All right, thank you, Sam. Yeah, I'll follow up with you later this week. And hopefully the acceptance letter will be done. Okay, good. All right. Next is RFIs, work change directives, RFPs, and change orders. Okay, so RFIs. So we've had 3 RFIs submitted for the month of January. 2 of them have been responded to by the EOR and are resolved. The third one is regarding the utility conflicts on the south side inlets. Ron, will you be providing the response about, blocking out the inlets this week?
Sure, I was going to wait until after we met or talked with the utilities. We got some information there.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Well, let's wait until after Wednesday then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you. All right, I know these tables are busy and nobody is actually going to read them, but I just wanted to share with you, this is how I keep track of all the change orders, starting with the RFIs. If there's a work change directive, that was issued, if an RFP was needed, the city parallel estimates, and finally the change orders. Everything in green has been completed, docu-signed everything. Everything in orange still needs signatures, but this page and this page are all of the, potential, current, old, new change orders to date. So I've got 5, like I said, 5 change orders that are ready for signature, and they're going to be going out today. And I think that's all I have. We issued change order, work change directive number 4, which is this one. This is it still says breaking out the inlets. I'm sorry. We changed that plan and we're just blocking out. No, it says blocking out. I can't read. It says blocking out the 5 inlets on the south side. Huh? Yeah, I need glasses. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, that's pretty small.
Yeah.
It says block out 5 inlets.
Block out the 5 inlets,
On
yeah.
the south side of the West Bellfort Avenue
Yeah.
that have conflicts with the cables, conduits, and other private utilities.
Yeah, so that's the work change directive that we issued. So SER is going to block those out and wait until,
That's the one that the
those-
one you signed, right?
That's the one you signed. Yeah. Yes. So anyway, like I said, this table is very busy. I know it's hard to read, but mainly I just wanted to show you the green and the orange, showing us, where we're at in the process. Okay. All right. Sam and Oscar, anything you want to say about claims?
I have an item, I believe there's a manhole, sewer manhole we didn't install. So I'm gonna send in a proposal just for the materials that we aren't gonna be able to use. Or if we can return it, if there's a restocking fee, then I'll let you know, but there is a manhole that we didn't install.
Okay, that's the manhole that's in front of Wendy's, right? Or near,
Correct.
right next door to Wendy's, right? Because there was at that location, there was no existing sanitary service line, but they installed a sanitary service line, and it's not connected to Wendy's or anything on the south side. So there was supposed to be a manhole there, and we're not going to do it now. So that's the situation there. So we're not going to do the manhole. We're going to do a stub out and a clean out.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. All right. So manhole that not going to use. All right. Thank you, Sam. Okay. Next. Drug policy and insurance status. Everything is up to date. Nothing is going to be due until the end of March and then beginning of June. So we're good there. Our MWE compliance, as of the end of December, we were at 40.79% of our goal. Our goal is to pay MWE contractors, subcontractors, $1 million, just a little over $1 million. And so we're 40% of the way there. By the end of this week, I'll have the updated values for January. And I'd like to open it up to everybody if you have any questions or if there are community concerns. No? Okay. All right. We can review the construction drawings after the meeting. Sorry. And that concludes our meeting. So our next meeting is going to be progress meeting number 6, Monday, March 1st at 10 a.m. All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And we're going to have a field walkthrough site visit on Wednesday at 11 a.m. It's open to anybody who wants to join. We're gonna do a site walk and then lunch after. So if you're coming, let me know so that I look for you. That's it. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
We're gonna stay on for as-built, Nancy?
We can stay on for as-built, whoever wants to see the as-built. I'm gonna be honest though, I haven't had a chance to update them lately. But I'm happy to open them up on FieldWire and we can look at them. Or we can skip it this month.
Are you comfortable with where they're at? Because it's being done differently on this job and it's fine, but are you comfortable with where you're at?
What do you mean with the as-built?
Yeah, because normally that is something that we keep in an office and the.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No,
with-
I know you're in charge of the as-built. I mean, the as-built are basically, that's, oh my gosh, that's your responsibility. I understand that. I just keep my own set of as-built so I can keep abreast of what's happening at the job site, and it's my way of like reviewing the daily reports and making sure the payments and quantities and everything, that we don't miss things. You know, that's just my way of double checking. But yeah, so what you have trumps. Like, what do you have is what we're going to submit.
John, we need to get together on the as-bills.
At some point, yeah. Do you guys have them at the field office? Do you want me to review them at the field office and together?
Sean, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you?
Do you want to meet sometime and go over the as-built, Sean? In the field
Yeah, I
office?
got them updated. I don't know if I just got them updated or not.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. We should do that this week. I'll make time to get up there and make sure that we have what Nancy has, any records that anything you may be aware of, or Oscar, we can all go over it and get them up to date.
That sounds good. If we're going to compare it to what I have, then give me a week to update my as-builts because I'm really behind. I'm sorry. How about we meet next week? If you guys can update yours, I'll update mine. We'll meet next week, and then we can compare and contrast.
Okay, I'll get with Sean and make a time to get up there with you.
Yep. Set up a meeting. I'll be there.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody.
Yes. Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.